Hey there everyone, this is Jeffrey with Killaskila Gaming, and welcome back to The Evil Within. Previously, we completed Chapter 8, where we learned a little bit about what's been going on from Dr. Jimenez. Essentially, he said that him and his research partner, Ruvik, the one in the white coat, have been working on a method of linking consciousness together, essentially, which is why we're experiencing things that seem too coincidental, because he said we all have some input as to what's happening, but Ruvik is the only one with conscious control, and he's apparently the host for what's happening to us, and an unstable one at that. Which is why every time that we see that pulsating, it's kind of phase shifting us to a new location, which is why we're able to jump from place to place the way we have been. So let's jump into the next chapter, chapter 9, and see if we figure anything out from this. Or figure out anything more from this.
Detective Castellanos?
Was that someone else's memories?
You were moaning in your sleep. Have a bad dream?
Interesting. It seems like every time they do that.
No, not that way. No. No, not that way. No.
It seems like every time they do that, something, like we end up in a new location.
Let go of me! Let go of me!
Memories are vague things indeed. It can be easy at times for memories to be distorted by others. That is why they must be cherished.
A little bit of redecoration, I guess. This is cool. Estate fire claims children. Daughter badly wounded. Where were the parents? Children playing in a barn on Victoriano estate burned in fire. Daughter 17 left in vegetative state. Source of fire undetermined.
You look as if you'd seen a ghost.
That's one way of putting it. Maybe I have to progress a little bit.
No, not that way.
Should be a collectible here. I'm not seeing it though. Oh, maybe it's not behind me. It's over here. Sorry. Where are you? Should be a map fragment. Oh. Map fragment 15. There it is. Okay. So, is there anything under here? I mean, I'm not seeing anything. I guess let's just progress.
Wait. I've seen that house somewhere. I've never been here before, but...
Getting some major Resident Evil vibes from the first game. Let's scope the yard, because there's a collectible out here. Plus, I think you can get some items, potentially. And yeah, this is the chapter I was thinking of, the longer one. I think there's a key in one of these, yeah. This chapter has some of my favorite moments in it, but also has some of the most frustrating parts. So, buckle up, I'm probably gonna die a bit. I do believe there's a very convenient save spot early on in the section, though, which is nice. One that they don't tear you away from what I can remember, at least. Let's head in, though. I don't know if there's much out here for us. Good enough, I think. Yeah.
Hey! Stop, damn it!
Okay. Chapter 9.
Now what?
The Cruelest Intentions. Well, I know what. Crimson Post newspaper clipping. Tragic fire kills child. Nanny in Crimson City, February 11th, 2012. Despite the KCFD's quick arrival and best efforts, a fast-spreading house fire took the lives of a young girl and her babysitter yesterday afternoon in the Park Ridge neighborhood of Crimson City. Lily Castellanos, his daughter, age 5, and her babysitter, Juanita Flores, 56, were unable to escape the smoke and flames that quickly consumed the single-family home. Lily's parents, both detectives for the KCPD, rushed to the scene but were too late to save their daughter from the flames. Man, could you imagine? The blaze was finally defeated by firefighters after several hours, but the home was completely destroyed. The cause of the fire is under investigation, but initial findings point to faulty electric wiring. Continued on page 8, fire. That's... yeah.
I knew it.
What, like we haven't been here 100 times by now?
Don't you think you should use your green gel?
Probably. Her way of telling me to use it or lose it. Bodies found near countryside estates. Identification could take weeks. 4 mutilated bodies found just outside of Victoriano estate. The bodies appear to have had various crude surgeries performed on them. So continuation of our serial killer story. And the family photo, Ruvik's face appeared in the child, so assuming that's him. Ruben. Missing Ruben Victoriano, beloved son of wealthy Victoriano family, has not been seen since a fire at the family estate. So Ruvik. Ruben, same person. Let's do the keys first. So we both have a history with fires, with arson, possibly. It's electrical, but I don't know about that. Doesn't mean it's arson, but I mean, the beginning was clearly a case of arson. There's people with torches, so. I think we're okay on this. Let's use some rifle ammo. I think we have a pretty good load going here. That probably did not sound right. Get that damage up. For some reason I thought that was up fire already. It's just the critical I've done apparently. And let's do a save. So this is going to be our hub for now. This part can get a little bit tricky. We're going to probably be making a few stops back here along the way. So I'll explain more as we go, but we might pop it in here at least 2 or 3 more times, most likely. Maybe even more. Alright, let's see if there's anything around here. Mansion dining note, a mansion dining room note. I finally come to recognize the way, the portal to a new world. The details are all there, have been right in front of my nose. I'm appalled and incensed that I did not see them sooner. The specific process to break down a human psyche, to obliterate it and give myself free rein is so obvious. And now that I see it, now that I have to do it, now what I have to do, sorry, is in front of me, I feel as if there is nothing else I can do. I can have everything I sought, everything I've lost, but I need resources, Jimenez. That cretin will finally begin to earn his keep. Okay, so that must be Ruvik. And I'm assuming this is his family's home. Which again is very reminiscent of Resident Evil. Okay, this is it. Oh! Okay, so back to where we were. Where we read this. As you can see, Ruvik just killed me. So that's the trick of this part. Great. God, come on, dude. Oh, okay. He's back. We just want to keep our distance from him. Ooh. He's fast and he phase shifts. And he's a one-hit kill if you haven't noticed. Okay, we survived. We're gonna do a quick save. So that happens randomly 3 times. And as you saw previously, he was able to take me out pretty easily. But he only spawns 3 times if you survive. No! Alright. I'm still alive. So far.
What do we have here?
Subject number 58, test 92A, electrode placement in M33, pain region. Ineffective. Anticipate greater results with stimulation of section F7, the consent region of the neocortex. Subject imprint, only partially successful. Individual personality traits linger.
F7, okay. So, that should be what, around here?
Great. What did I just set in motion?
Is this, what did you call it? Your inner sanctum? A research lab of your own? I am most impressed.
Why are you back? I didn't give you permission.
Come now, we're both men of science. Men of science are dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge. You can show me your experiments. I can show you things.
You wouldn't like them. You'd think they're gross.
In science, one must do any number of things a layperson may find disgusting. I've done many things others would consider distasteful.
You think I'm some kind of a monster.
You concern yourself so much with your appearance. But that mind of yours, that's all that matters.
That's Marcello. Is that Ruvik with him?
Yeah, just much younger. There should be a key around here somewhere. Oop. Wow. I'm not sure quite where the statue is. I want to say it's in... There it is, okay. Alright, let's try to get back to the main hall.
Looks like the same red liquid.
As we could see that by doing that we have we're trying to get through this door essentially, and the thingy looks like the stuff looks like blood essentially. I was gonna check this room up here really quick. Lower safe dial. The old safe dial is marked with the numbers 0 through 9. There's 2 people, one being guillotined. That wasn't creepy at all. Ah, there you are. Where to go next? Oh. Oh. No. Please don't. Don't kill me. No. Please don't. Please don't. Oh no. No. No! Oh my god. I was right in the nick of time. You know what that means? Okay, well, second round survived. I was gonna go in this room. Oh, it just saved, so what better time to play with explosivos? Upper safe dial. This old safe dial is marked with the numbers 0 through 24. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. It's 11 and 2. Oh no, did that used it, didn't it? Oops. Ruvik's room note. I saw her there again, standing at the end of the hallway. Long black hair, beautiful as ever, streaked with moonlight, eyes dark pools in her porcelain face. She wore her favorite red dress like a crimson sunset, like a streak of blood in the waning light. Laura, of course you couldn't be dead. So her sister's name was Laura. can try to hide from him if he pops up. I've had very mixed results with that working. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. That was bad timing. Okay, well. Oh. Where is he? Uh-oh. Wait, what? Oh, 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 oh God. No, no. Okay, so I got lucky there. That should be the last time he spawns for me. I believe I've saved after all 3 spawns. And I've yet to ever see him show up again a 4th time. Unless, of course, you know, you die in between. Map Fragment 16. Okay. Ooh. Lovely spot.
Shit!
Good thing I saved there, right?
Shit!
Okay, and that's key number 26, I believe. The artwork here is really interesting. This would be really cool to have. I love like hidden rooms and such. And yes, Sebastian, again, what do you think was gonna happen? There's 3 giant things on the wall. Of course, we're gonna have to do this 3 times. Video game logic, right?
Subject number 12, test 71B, electrode placement A2, stimulation of amygdala, seat of emotion and memory allocation, the fear center of the brain. Subject feels as I do. This vessel is far too weak to withstand the psychological weight I myself bear daily.
Here, right? We're going for A2. One thing that's really disturbing, if you watch the faces, the mouth is moving and the eyes move. So we're looking somewhere way back here. This is kind of brilliant if you ask me.
Oh, Father. If you only knew how satisfying that look on your face is. Did you actually think? If you locked me away, I would just cease to exist. Out of sight, out of mind. You did. You did. Didn't you? Oh, you were never out of my mind. I hope you're proud of yourselves.
Interesting. So he killed his parents. I think it said the sister, there was a fire, right? That's why he doesn't look normal. And it's probably why he always looks... Oh. Probably why he always looks kind of burned when we see him under that white cloak or coat. But it said so maybe both of them were burned, but it said that she was unconscious in a coma or something like that. And then his documentation that we read from the room said something about her having been dead, so I'm assuming she didn't survive.
Maximum frequency stimulation of cortical regions has proven less than effective. The subjects scream and scream, but they die much too quickly. Tailored settings achieve better results. The only question that remains is which regions to focus on. Fear, hope, consent, trust, envy. 3 of these are pivotal. But which will open the way?
Hence why he was operating on people. So they mentioned the serial killer having operated on the bodies. So apparently this is a direct link, I'm assuming. And I know I technically have played this many times, watched many people play it. So of course I know, I know enough, but... Oh. He's back? Oh my god. I didn't know he could come back again. Ruvik. Can you not? Oh my god, dude. I thought he could only come 3 times. Did I forget to save? Or did I just get really unlucky? Or is it 3 times between autosaves or something and I just didn't know that? Oh my god. I feel like I've been misled. I could have swear I've counted that on other people's accounts too. And it's never gone more than 3. I guess I got really lucky and I should definitely go save. But yeah, there's definitely a connection there. Like I said, I know I've played this, I've watched many people play and all that, but there are things I missed out on. Big things. And I do talk in hypotheticals when it's a game I played before because I'm thinking, what can we draw from what we know now at this point versus, you know, versus knowing too much. Drop this. Okay, let's quickly check our archive here. See what I might have missed. Okay, I've gone through everything, and I think we have everything other than potentially keys. I'm pretty sure I have them all, but we'll kind of move ahead and hope for the best. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he does pop up more than 3 times. That really threw me off. I was not expecting that. We are close to the end of this particular section though, which is nice. So I really like this, like, the ambiance here. But now I feel like we need to save whenever possible because I've never seen him pop up more than 3 times. Unless I just didn't save in between one of them and happened to get everything, but I've jumped in and out of that room quite a few times now. So if he pops up again... Mansion music room note. 2 words separated by a jagged chasm. Above, faceless spectators mocking the tragedy. Below, helpless victims losing everything. Of course, that's the safe code. It should be 11/2. He did make a comment about the next person's gonna have a surprise when they access the safe, because he was commenting about someone having the code. Oh, this is creepy. Watch the eyes in the mouth.
Test 88C.
Oh yeah, they're moving.
Temp 3.
I've seen heads dissected like that. It's really interesting.
Stimulation of the singular cortex. The Hope Center. Disabling Hope access improves domination of the subject's will, but domination isn't enough.
So we're looking around here.
The hospital has not received the family's usual donation this year.
And why would they? Has the hospital been doing anything worthy of donation?
The Victoriano family has always been a generous contributor. Where are your parents?
They have gone away.
When do you expect them?
Is there something you wish to discuss, Doctor?
I came to inform you that the hospital will no longer be able to provide you with assistance. Materials. Your research will very quickly disintegrate.
How dare you come into my home and threaten me?
So he was bandaged in those past couple scenes at least. So we have a connection there, the two of us. Wonder where those guys popped up. Okay, we're gonna not just save, but we're actually gonna go officially in the room and do some upgrades and whatnot.
You've been expected.
So let's check the keys. I hope I didn't miss any between the saves and whatnot. I don't think I have. So let's see, we got 3 keys. Okay, I think that's right. Because I think we used them all up last time. We've collected 3 since we got into the mansion. Well, let's take some. We are going to be getting into a combat section. You know, what else is new? Of course. Explosivos? Sure. What else do we have in here? I do like those, but I'll wait. I think we're pretty well loaded up. I don't know that we really need much else. I'm really tempted to go for the rifle. Let's do it. I like the OP rifle. Alright. We have that as backup in case we need to come back here.
place clean, all the way. No cure for what I'm going to do to you. Peel pristine skin. Thoughts from the mind.
Ruvik?
This isn't creepy at all. Okay. Let's run. Oh boy. Let's oh, this isn't good. I know there's going to be a map fragment coming up. I think we have to go forward though. Oh. Run. Map fragment 17. Okay. Well, we got out of there pretty clean. Let's check what we have. There is one more collectible we have to get. But it's in the next section. This one might be tricky.
was I led here?
This is really cool, really pretty, and creepy at the same time. Okay, so in the barn, we're going to end up in a fight situation like usual. And apparently there's a haystack that has one in it, a statue with a key, so... we'll be on the lookout for that. Oh, come on. Really? I knew that was going to happen. There we go. Okay.
Laura, where are you? I know you're in here. I can hear you breathing.
Rich bastards think they can buy up all our land.
They need to be shown who really owns these parts.
Hey, I think there's kids in there.
I didn't hear anything.
What the?
Somebody, open the door! Ruben! Ruben, you have to climb!
Shit. I better get out of here. There.
Statues in here somewhere. I want to see if I can get it before the bullets start flying. Oop. Oop. Oh, I didn't do that right, did I? Oops. Yeah. My bad. We want to move it first. I forgot all about that. I think it's in the hay bales up on the top area. Which one though? There we go. That should be all the collectibles for this chapter. So let's get this over with. Oh, oh.
I'll show you!
Okay. That's a thing. There's a lot of supplies there I could have gotten, unfortunately. I thought I was gonna die a lot more to that. That blood thing was like...
Please, you must eat. You've got to keep your strength up.
My children. I want...
Beatrice, we have been through this.
Sometimes I hear his...
That was interesting. Yeah, that blood creature was like a one-hit kill. I forgot all about that. And that is the end of chapter 9. Okay, didn't take as long as I thought it was going to. To recap, we did learn some new stuff. So previously we had learned kind of what's going on in the world. This time we got to learn more about Ruvik himself. So apparently Ruvik was born Ruben Victoriano to a rich family. They were buying up the land that other people wanted, apparently, so probably forcing people to sell whatever land they have so that they can kind of dominate the market. I'm assuming something, because it looked like farming land. So I'm assuming they were purchasing and buying out a bunch of people and trying to take a bunch of land from people who clearly didn't want that. Tale as old as time in some regards. And so the people in response, the ones that probably either didn't sell or the ones who maybe did but didn't want to, decided to take some action and burn their barn down, not initially knowing their kids were inside, and then didn't seem to really care and burned it down anyway. Ruben and his sister Laura were inside the barn, both severely burned. It sounds like Laura survived initially, but I want to say that she was in a coma, whereas Ruben himself survived, but with some severe burning. And in fact, you can see it in the image in front of us. So apparently, I don't know what he did after that, but if we kind of take from the notes and such, he kind of became obsessed with this idea that him and the doctor worked on. The doctor was encouraging his research from a younger age, because he was still pretty young at the time, it seemed. It didn't look like he was disfigured in the image, but the doctor had commented on how he was worried about his appearance. So the doctor was recruiting him from a young age for his mind. His parents were donators to the hospital. I'm assuming Beacon Mental Hospital. Hence, why we were called to the hospital to begin with. That's probably where this device, whatever we're experiencing, is probably located, and why we always seem to be going back to Beacon when we do these phase shifts. And so the doctor has had his eye on him for some time, and apparently has been supplying him with test subjects, it sounds like. Missing people, perhaps, or who knows if Ruvik was doing it himself, who knows. But as he got older, sounded like his father, maybe both his parents, were trying to hide him away. If you go back to one of the earlier recordings, I don't know if it was a recording, actually. No, I think it was a tape recording, one of his audio logs, explained that his father was a very strict man. I don't remember the whole thing, but essentially he did not like his father very well, or very much. And eventually, from what we saw here, ended up killing both his parents after his sister had died, and much later in the future, because he was much older at the time. In fact, he looks like he does now, just minus the cloak and wearing, more normal clothing. So him and his sister get caught up in this fire. He gets badly injured. Sister dies, and he ends up killing his parents later on. And it sounds from the documentation like he's really obsessed with his sister, Laura. And from what we could see of her, she had a striking resemblance to the screaming spider lady. So that must be some kind of amalgamation of why he was doing this, I would say. Why he's doing this. It sounded like he wanted to reconnect with his sister, because he said in one of the documents that she's not dead. So assumably she died in body, and he found a way to bring her back. And he initially was talking about dreams, and then started talking about, it sounded like he was talking about dreams, but I'm assuming that's where his research led. So he's kind of using whatever they devised to see her again, I guess. Although I don't think things are quite turning out the way he expected. So something must have gone wrong along the ways, but she doesn't quite look like a person. She's a creature. So kind of interesting in that sense. And we also have learned that Sebastian also kind of fell to a similar victim in a similar way. He lost his daughter in a house fire. His daughter and the babysitter were inside, and both him and his wife could not rescue them in time. So we got to learn a little bit more about them. And we know from past records that his wife goes missing at some point. So did she fall victim to Ruvik and the doctor Jimenez? It doesn't really sound like Jimenez was directly involved with the stuff Ruvik was doing, but he was promoting him to do it. He said, a lot of times a layperson might find what a scientist does to be, to not really understand it, to see it as disgusting, disturbing, which I would say is true, coming from my perspective as a scientist as well. Even I don't necessarily approve of what people do in my own field in a lot of cases, because I'm an animal lover. It's what got me into biology to begin with. So I don't like the way a lot of, research has to go in order to do things that we do. And in some cases, I think there are probably better ways to do it, because a lot of times it's not extrapolable to a person where that's what the research is being used for to begin with. So I understand that kind of dichotomy between scientists versus non-scientists, because I ride the line on that quite a bit, and I tend to veer towards not liking that kind of stuff. But this goes back to the idea that there was a serial killer and a bunch of people were disappearing. It sounds like he was getting his people from the hospital. directly from Dr. Jimenez somehow. So who knows how much Jimenez has been involved in this, other than knowing what he's doing. I don't know if they're both working together in that sense, but it's Ruvik's mind that he wants. He made that very clear. And like he said, it's a research partner, so to speak. And their idea was to connect minds. So how that relates to him having his sister back, I don't quite understand at the moment. Probably because it's kind of like we're jumping into each other's mind and we have some agency over what we see in this state that we're in. The only thing that comes back to how we are connected that I can think of at this point from what we've seen are the bathtubs. So we found Joseph in kind of a bathtub-like device. They've been in those rooms every time. Is it every time? I think they've been in those rooms that we found where we're in that kind of circular room where the central core becomes like a brain, essentially. That's where we keep seeing like the kind of same imagery over and over and over again. And it seems like it's probably connected to the hospital, hence why we were called there to begin with. But who knows? So we got to learn more about Ruvik. We got to learn more about ourselves in a sense. And hopefully next time we'll start to piece this together a bit more because we're starting to make some headway on what's going on. To me, it just sounds like Ruvik wanted to reconnect with his sister, and he's willing to go to some pretty despicable ends to do so, and the doctor's cashing in on it. So next time we will jump into chapter 10. With that being said, let us close things out for this one. Thank you all for joining, and I will see you all later.